All right, we are live in Facebook. Hi, ladies. Happy Sunday. Today, I am here to talk to you guys about decluttering your mind around meal planning and meal prepping. So, let me find us on my phone so that I can address any comments, concerns, or questions that you may have. And I will officially introduce myself for those of you who don't know and get us started. So let's find me. I just saw me on the computer. Let's see. No one's joining from Zoom today. Oh, there I am. Oh, okay. So we have someone viewing. Hi. Whomever you are, please say hi. I would love to respond back to you in the chat. All right. So happy Sunday. Today, well, first off, I am Dr. Naisha Cherry. I am your mind and body coach. So I'm a certified health coach, certified yoga instructor, certified fitness instructor, and personal trainer. And today I am coming to talk to you ladies about decluttering your mind around meal planning and meal prepping. So I asked you all in the event, what prevents you from meal planning or meal prepping? And so some things that I got back were thoughts. So thoughts around it. And yes, that was me. So you definitely have to decide, make the decision that meal planning and or meal prepping will help you to be successful on your health journey. Whether you want to lose weight or just eat healthier, like it just makes a difference when you meal plan and meal prep. Because when you're focusing on just finding food from day to day, we more than likely choose whatever's quickest. We choose unhealthily. So you definitely want to fashion your thoughts around the idea of meal planning and or meal prepping is healthy for you. Oh, there's somebody. Let me admit her in. Hello, hello. Welcome, Cindy. So I will put the view on speaker. But how are you today? Hope you are doing well. All right. So Cindy is on me. So on Facebook, it should probably just show me now. Yeah, because I put it on speaker view. So you should be fine. All right. So glad to have you live. So if you have anything you want to say, feel free to put it in the chat and I'll keep an eye out for it. All right. So fashion your thoughts around meal planning and why it's important. Another reason why I got for what prevents you from meal planning or meal prepping was procrastination. And procrastination will certainly keep you from doing such. Oh, let me turn the volume off on my phone so I can see comments. Hi, Crystal, Nicole, Casey. Hi, how are y'all doing? Yes, I'm so glad to have you live. All right. So procrastination, definitely want to get a handle on when you're going to plan and meal prep. Hi, Kimberly. So I would suggest that you choose a certain day. I like to do Sundays, plan for the week. So choose a day and time and then just get it done. That's all you can do when it comes to procrastination. Another reason why people say that they are not meal planning and meal prepping is they don't like leftovers. Makes sense. So what I would suggest in that case is that you meal plan, but don't meal prep. Or if you prep, you only like get the ingredients together, chopped up or whatever, and refrigerated or frozen if need be, but you don't actually cook them. Another reason was they're out of practice. So with you being out of practice, once again, just choose your day, choose your time, and get started. That's all you can do in that case. Someone said that it's a lot of work to meal prep. And I can see that, but it's front loading the work so that you have less to do later on during the week. So on Sundays, most people are relaxed, don't have much to do. So that's a great day to front load so that you can just, chill the rest of the week when it comes to your food. But if you don't want to do the cooking early, You don't have to, just meal plan. And that's what I prefer, just to meal plan. And then someone else said lack of planning and execution. So once again, it's just like the procrastination and the out of practice. You basically just have to pick a day, pick a time, take a seat, and do it. Simple as that. So why meal plan? Well, meal planning is beneficial to you being healthy and losing weight. First and foremost, it helps save you time during the week because you don't have to spend time scrambling, trying to find food to eat on busy days. It eliminates stressing over what you're going to eat during the week, which is great because if you're trying to eat healthier, it takes a little thought and practice before it becomes second nature for you to choose something that's healthy. So if you sit down and plan for it at the top of the week, you won't have to do that as the week progresses. Thirdly, when you meal plan, you eat at home more. So you get to eat with your family probably, especially during these times with COVID. A lot of us are working from home. So you get to be at home, sit down with your family, eat with your family. And number four, meal planning and meal prepping saves you money because you're eating at home versus eating out all the time because eating out adds up quickly, especially if you're feeding a family and not just yourself. So, those are some great reasons why you should meal plan. Hopefully, you're not doing this, but if so, if you're finding yourself toiling over the menu for the day, if you're finding yourself spending countless hours in the grocery store because you haven't planned out what you're going to eat, those are two great additional reasons to meal plan and or meal prep. So we have a lot of stuff on our plates already. We have a lot of things in our mind 24/7. So meal planning and meal prepping is one way to take one extra thing off your plate, right? And really, it's more than one thing because we have 7 days a week. We have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you can take all of that off your plate to have a more productive week if you take a moment on, say, Sunday to meal plan for the week. So meal planning and meal prepping are two different things. A lot of people use them interchangeably, but they're not the same. So, meal planning is when you actually write down what you're going to eat for each meal each day. Just write it down. And I have a notebook that I do that in, and I give this notebook to my clients, and they tend to like it. So let me show you a blank page. So here, I just kind of write down for the week what we're going to eat for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. Now, meal. What's cool about meal planning is that you get to change whatever it is, if need be, that you wrote down. So don't feel like, oh, I planned this, I have to eat it. Now, yes, you want to stick to that plan, but if things change, things change. Like we are human, this is our life. So things happen. If you find that something has to change in your plan, that's fine. That's okay. Scratch it out, keep it moving. That's why each day I have where I rewrite what I'm going to eat for that day. And so, like, if I know in the morning that instead of eating chicken for dinner, we're actually going to go out, then I can say, Carrabba's or whatever, and write it down for the day. So I have a meal plan for the week, and then each morning during my morning routine, I reflect on my meal plan and say, okay, am I still eating this today? Yes, and I write it down. That way, I don't feel bad about not sticking to my plan if things change. Meal prepping is actually taking your meal plan a step further. You actually start preparing foods for the week. So I don't really do meal prepping except for my breakfast overnight oats. I eat those a lot. So I prep them, I cook them, prepare them at night because you have to let them sit in the refrigerator for several hours. So that's really the only thing that I meal prep, considering I'm at home every day. But if you don't want to cook food on Sunday for the week, you don't have to. But if you do decide to meal prep, maybe you want to just chop up the vegetables you know you're going to use this week, or maybe you want to prepare your smoothie items. So, for example, chop up the fruit, put the spinach in a baggie, put the fruit in a baggie, and put it in the freezer. So then the next morning, all you have to do is dump it in the container, add liquid, blend. So that can be a way of meal prepping. that doesn't require you to cook in advance. So just keep that in mind. Meal prepping does not necessarily mean you have to actually cook the entire meal. Maybe you season your meat and let it marinate so that it's ready to cook tomorrow. And that's really helpful too in case you're leaving for work and you get home and you're like, oh no, I didn't take out my meat. Actually, you did, and it's in the refrigerator and it's marinating. So that can be very helpful because sometimes forgetting to take the food out causes us to grab something quick as opposed to cooking. So those are ways you can meal prep that do not require you to cook and or have the leftovers waiting to be eaten, because I know that was something that was a concern. So my process. Okay. So, like I said before, I meal plan. I don't really meal prep except for my overnight oats. So, here's my process. First, I ask my husband, what do you want to eat this week? And then he tells me some things he wants to eat. I write it down. And then I think about what I want to eat and I write it down. And then I also look at my plan from Green Shelf because you have to order that in advance. I look at what we decided previously for this week. And then I put all of that down on paper and I write it out for each meal. Now, I personally intermittent fast, so I don't eat the first part of the day, and I have my overnight oats really at lunchtime. So then, overnight oats is lunch, and then dinner I plan based on what my husband want, I want, and what we bought from Green Shelf. So between those three things, I choose like when we want to eat what. Thursdays are usually our date days, and so um, I take those into account, which is important. Taking into account special events, your date day, your birthday, your event for work, whatever. So keep in mind the events you have going on and record them also. That helps with meal planning, so you can start thinking about what you might want to eat when you're there, especially if you're working on losing weight. So that can be considered your fun eat for the week. And you can say, okay, my fun eat will be the dinner that I'm going to for the Empire Board of Realtors event or whatever. And then you write it down. Or for me, my fun eat would be date night with my husband. And so we're going to eat at True Food Kitchen this week. And I write that down. So take that into account, right? So I write all of this down on my paper. And so I actually have mine for today complete. So intermittent fasting for breakfast every day. Oh, that's the wrong side. Overnight oats for breakfast all week. I love overnight oats. I feel like I can't get enough of them, but I can change them up or whatever. So I have them all week long. And then I actually have written out what we're going to have for dinner. And so three of the meals will be from Green Shelf. One of them is salmon, one of them is chicken, one of them is fajita cheeseburger. And then we're gonna have shrimp fajitas, shrimp and steak fajitas on tomorrow and Tuesday. And then today's chicken and veggies. And date night is Thursday. So we're gonna eat out. So I have that written down. Um, Once I know what I'm eating, then my next step is to order my groceries. So I actually order from Instacart. I do not like to go to the grocery store that often because it lends itself to picking up extra stuff that I don't need to be buying. So I order and I'm in contact with extra people. And with COVID, I don't really want to be. Even though I used Instacart prior to COVID for the extra spending habit that I had, that I wanted to stop. So I order from Instacart and then my orders are delivered. And from there, if I meal prep anything like my overnight oats, I can go ahead and get that done. But once that's done, everything else is just put away. Groceries are done, meal prepping is done, meal planning is done, everything is done. So if you want to try Green Shelf or if you want to try Instacart, I do have some codes you can use. With the Green Shelf, you can get $55 off your first box. And I put the code in the comments. I haven't yet, but I will. And for Instacart, you can get $10 off for trying. So I'll put both of those codes in the cart for you, in the cart, in the comments for you, so that you can access them and use them at your leisure if you would like. But yes, like I said before, I refer back to my meal planning document daily. So every morning during my morning routine, I look at what I said I was going to eat and I make sure it's still a go. And if so, I write it down. If not, I make the necessary changes and boom, I'm good for the day. So tomorrow morning, I will look and I'll say, okay, morning, breakfast, intermittent fast. So I just have my water and my coffee. Lunch will be overnight oats. I've meal prepped that. That's ready to go. Dinner will be steak and shrimp fajitas. So that means that I need to make sure I take out my steak, take out my shrimp, make sure I have my vegetables, which are my onions and peppers, and make sure I have my jasmine rice. And if so, I'm good for my fajita. Oh, and the actual fajita. And if so, then that's good to go. Um, and that's it. So it doesn't take me very long. The only time it takes a while to meal plan is when I'm just like really indecisive. And so it's really helpful to get input from the hubs. Hi, Courtney. Hi, Tangela. So before I go into pro tips when it comes to meal planning, are there any questions, comments, questions, or concerns? All right. So pro tips. One, include your family. So when you're meal planning, include the family. So it's just me and my husband in our household, except when the kids come to visit. So I ask him because if they don't want what you're preparing or planning, then when the day comes to eat it, it's like, I don't want that. And then you just gotta go buy something or start from scratch or whatever, which complicates your day, which increases your stress. But if everybody bought in, you have the buy-in from the family, then you're good to go. It shouldn't be any complaints. Pro tip number two, write out your meals. Don't just have it in your head because we have a lot of things in our head swimming around and we'll forget what we said. So write it down. Pro tip number three, plan for special occasions. Date night, birthdays, anniversaries, family coming, whatever a holiday, whatever the special day is, plan your meal around that. Number five, nope, number four, know that plans change and it's okay if they change. Be okay with changing plans and just modify each day. So don't let that derail you. Hi, Michelle. Don't let that derail you from starting to plan out your meals. If you say, I don't know what I'm gonna eat, stuff is gonna change and that's gonna throw you off. So don't let that happen. Just write it out. And if something comes up, it's okay. Make the change. Number five, order your groceries from a grocery delivery service. Hi, Yvonne. For example, Instacart. Or some people like Walmart delivery. Or some people like, whoever delivery. It's fine. You can order, you can pick up. But just save yourself time by ordering your groceries and money. Because if you're not walking around the store, you're not adding in extra stuff like cookies and cakes and all that stuff. And sodas and all those things. So order your groceries. And then number six, another pro tip is use a meal service plan like Green Shelf or Hello Fresh or whatever, because those companies save you time. Because I've said this before, I don't know if you've seen it, but when I order from Green Shelf, they send me everything except for salt, pepper, and oil. I even get butter. That is fabulous. So that means you don't have to buy extra stuff for those meals. And it's organic, it's non-GMO, it's healthy, like it's awesome. And it's your serving size so you don't overeat. So Michelle says she prepared her lunch for 3 days already. Yay! And Yvonne, what's you, Yvonne, girlfriend? You order your groceries. Casey says she buy frozen vegetables or pre-cut. Yes, that saves time. So frozen vegetables are the best next to fresh vegetables. So if you can avoid canned foods, do so. Stick to fresh and frozen. That's good. All right, so those are my pro tips. Once again, one, include your family in on your planning. Number two, write out your meals instead of keeping it in your head. Number three, plan for special occasions. Number four, know that plans change and that's okay. Number five, order your groceries from a delivery service so you don't have to spend time or extra money roaming around the store. And number six, use a meal plan service like Green Shelf. Once again, that saves you time because the meals are already there. You just pick which ones you like, and it saves you money because you're not buying extra stuff you don't need. So those are my pro tips. Are there any other questions about how to meal plan and make it easy? Oh yes, Yvonne, extra groceries. Yes. So I will put the $10 code in the comment because it is very helpful when you order your groceries and or order from Green Shelf. Because I'm telling you, I'm guilty of ordering. And whenever I go in the grocery store, whenever I always pick up something extra. Potato chips, candy, a soda, like stuff I don't need. I'm like, ooh, but when I'm on Instacart, I get straight to the point. I say, okay, this is what I'm eating. This is what I need. So, yes. Casey says she's live. Oh, you live by pickup and Instacart? Yes, me too. I live by Instacart and Green Shelf now. So, I'm a fan. I recommend it. It helps you stay healthy and it helps you eat when it comes to Green Shelf or some kind of meal delivery. It helps you eat the correct serving size as opposed to overeating. Because when you have a lot of leftovers, sometimes you go back and like, oh, I can eat a little more, and then you're stuffed, which is not good. So hopefully this helped y'all. Hi Cindy. Hopefully this helped you all. I will go ahead, like I said before, and put the extra the coupon codes in the comments. Once again, I am Dr. Naisha Cherry, your mind and body coach, who is certified as a health coach, yoga instructor, fitness instructor, and personal trainer here at your service. I am your coach as you've been a part of my group. And if you have given me your email, you should have already received the link to your printout of what's in this journal. So this is my journal that I give my clients, and like these pages are in there, the planning pages, and it's very, very helpful. So thank you, Kimberly. So yes, definitely these planners help you write stuff out and keep it organized as opposed to trying to find a sheet of paper somewhere to write out what you plan to eat. So every week I have in here the planning sheet, and then each day I have where you can write out what you are planning to eat for that day and that you actually eat it. Kimberly, you love your journal. I'm so glad you love it, girlfriend. Yes, winning. So if you all have any questions, make sure you let me know. Cindy, so you're not one of my actual clients, but if you gave me your email, then you should have a link to some of the pages. And a planning page for your food should be in there. So you should be able to check your email and find that from me. So if not, let me know. I'll send you the link or whatever. You can sign up and get your free version of this. As a matter of fact, I'll just add it. I should be able to just add it too. So I add that with the comments as well. If you don't have your link to your planning pages for the journal, then I would definitely give that to you. So hopefully that helps. And I'm so glad y'all tuned in and we're done. 24 minutes in. Y'all know I'm not long winded. I don't keep going on and on forever. So thank you so much and y'all be blessed. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.